if this should be the last time that Manny Pacquiao fights, I don't think he has anything to be ashamed of. I don't think he embarrassed himself in this fight. I think he just lost to a guy that's a really, really strong elite level fighter that caught him maybe just at the right second. But I got to be honest, man, I think this style would have given him problems at any time. You look at his fights with Marquez, one of the all-time great counterpunchers. I even think about, like, it was an ugly fight, but I remember he had a hard time with Josh Clottey, who was a real glove-up kind of guy, and Clottey just wasn't active enough to take rounds. But it wasn't an easy fight for Manny, and I think this was just like a stronger, more consistent version of that. But if this should be the last time that Manny fights, he is one of the greatest fighters of all time, without a doubt. He's one of the 2 or 3 greatest fighters of the 21st century. And he's the only guy, when I first started watching boxing, which was roughly, 2004, 2005. When I first started watching boxing, there was a certain pound-for-pound list, right? And it was a different era. It was the Floyd Mayweather, Winky Wright, Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor, Tarver, Hatton, Pacquiao, Morales, Barrera. All of those guys are long retired. Long retired. And we're still talking about Manny Pacquiao fights. And I think that everybody just needs to appreciate how special that is. That he's been able to stay at this level for so long, even after losing at times. But that's always the sign of a great champion, right? It's like Bernard Hopkins long outlasted even guys that he lost to because of his ability to rebound from losses and to get better in his 40s. You know what I'm saying? And I think Manny has always shown that even when he loses, it really has no bearing on, his next fight, because he's a champion. He's a true champion. He's always going to go into a fight with the belief that he can win. And on some level, he's always going to have a chance, which is why if he didn't want to retire, it would be hard to tell him that he has to retire, because he does still have some skills. And I think that outside of the elite welterweights, he's probably going to beat anybody they put him in with. But I think if they put him in with the top guys now, more often than not, they're going to go like this. And, I would hope that he wouldn't want to continue that way, because there was a time where he walked through everybody else that was at the top. And I just think it's really incredible that all of those guys that were in this first Ring magazine that I have from 2004, the pound for pound list, all those guys have been retired for a long time. Some of them a decade. And we're still talking about Manny. It's really special. And again, if this is the last time I see him fight, it's been incredible. He's been really the most entertaining fighter of my lifetime, I think, and the most accomplished as far as number of belts and weight classes. And so a salute to one of the all-time legends, man, Manny Pacquiao. Thanks for everything, dude. Fucking legend. Truly a legend. And so I hope everybody appreciates what they're seeing, even in defeat, the fact that there's a 42-year-old man who's been fighting since the 90s that's still taking on these young guys, man. That's cool as shit, dude. And fucking Floyd Mayweather's fighting Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's a difference.